Hello, I'm Tony.
I'm Louie.
And this is Talking During the Movie.
It's the Talking During the Movie podcast with your hosts, Louie Gravance and Tony Whitten.
This is exciting. I know you're very anxious to get into this movie.
Why do you think I'm anxious to get into this
You were
movie?
like, well, we mentioned next time we've got to review this movie. It's
Well,
about to come
okay,
out.
all right.
So
I'll cop to
exciting.
being excited. Hey, I just want to... Chad has done a marvelous thing for us this episode. We now have a monitor.
Okay,
so
that's one. You got one right. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chad. You did a really good job. This is nice.
Yeah, it's
Chad
got
has
this
done-
whole new camera set up, so we can have a little, a monitor on ourselves. It's nice. So
All roads lead back to James Franco.
I feel like this is becoming the James Franco podcast.
All roads lead back to James Franco and Spring Breakers. But you, please.
Well, you
please.
can't win them all. You can't win them all. Spring Breakers.
Just go
although
on.
we've mentioned that James was fine. So this week we're reviewing The Disaster Artist, which is the new James Franco produced, directed, and
Joint.
starring
The new James Franco joint.
James Franco joint. Yes. So it's kind of an Ed Wood tribute, if you will.
Yeah,
It's-
you know what? I think that's a reasonable.
Yeah, it's about this.
It's
this,
James Franco's.
It's kind of yeah.
It's James Franco's Tim Burton's Ed Wood.
Yes, exactly. That would be an alternative title, and you would get exactly what this is about. Yes. So it's if you don't know already, it's about this the most terrible movie probably in the last 20 years, The Room, which now has a cult following, kind of like.
Not to be confused with Room,
Yes,
which is a fabulous Academy Award-winning motion
Yes,
picture. This is
starring
The
them.
Room.
The Room. So yes, when you're going to the Redbox
The Room,
or
The
your
Room.
Netflix, make sure you're dialing up the right one. The Room, which is now it's got this cult status where
won't
people
find it on
have like
Redbox,
midnight showings.
Yes.
A la Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay, there's a lot of bad movies that people go and see. You know, like Trolls and all that people
Yeah,
go.
there's
Troll
tons
Hunters
of
or whatever.
terrible bad
that people go
movies.
see. Okay, and usually, and not always, but often, they're really entertaining for the first 10 minutes, and then you just want to like pull your head off. The thing that's interesting.
Really, I can usually tell like in the first 2 minutes, like this is going nowhere.
Okay, but I'm just saying that usually the entertainment of it being a bad movie wears off.
Well, yeah, a lot of people you're willing to give them. All right, let's see where you're going. Maybe it's just a slow start.
Where with The Room, what is amazing is that it's not cheap. It's like it's just almost as if somebody has done a reasonably budgeted motion picture with third-rate community theater actors. You know what? It's almost like you tuned into like an episode of Law and Order, and suddenly it was cast with people that you'd seen in a in a really bad high school production of 12 Angry Men.
Nothing against community college actors.
No. But you know what I mean. I said third tier.
Okay, yeah. So people reaching higher than their talent will allow them to go.
Just barely amateurs. But with
Enthusiasts.
gusto.
Enthusiasts.
But these people, this is.
I have said that before. Enthusiasm counts for a lot. Doesn't count for everything, though.
So I think it's just because to set context that this is a spectacularly bad motion picture. It's the best riff tracks.
The Room.
Of all of them, The Room.
Yes.
So I would say just it's just this guy made it. Tommy Wiseau. Nobody knows who he really is, where he really came from, where he got the
somebody
money.
would know.
Anyway, so he made
Somebody
this
ought to
movie.
know.
Go see it. It's stupefyingly bad and engaging at the same
See,
time.
I refuse to see the original movie. I refuse to. It's that bad. I'm like, why am I wasting my time?
Have you not seen it?
I have not seen the original Room. Wait, turn and get that face on camera.
Well,
I refuse to. It's a terrible
Well, then
movie.
you're
I have
missing
seen.
something. No,
well,
you're
maybe
right.
Rocky Horror ruined it for me because I have
what
seen.
did you think of this movie?
I've
then?
seen that we actually. I think this is very well done. This is extremely well done.
Yeah, but there's no.
I can't appreciate it on the level that you can because you've actually seen The Room. Have you seen it more than once? The original movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
No, but this.
I've sat through enough bad movies. I'm like, I just can't anymore.
No, but see,
life is too short.
This would add so much to your enjoyment of this.
I haven't seen a lot of the Ed Wood movies. I still appreciated the movie Ed Wood.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
I would see. Tell you what, this is what I would do. I would see The Room if Riff Tracks did it, if Mystery Science Theater.
Okay, well that's how I saw it the first time.
because that's how I've seen a lot of Ed Wood movies.
Okay, well
there
that's
was another
how.
layer.
Okay, well do that. That's how I saw it the first
I
time.
would see it that way because
But-
then there's an entertainment value.
I'm
of it.
telling you that it would triple your enjoyment of this movie because of how dead on.
Well, they address that in the movie itself. That's not giving anything away. They address the love that these people making the movie obviously have for the original movie and the level of detail to recreate what it was like to film this movie and the people involved.
But some of the scenes are frame per frame. Did you stay for the end credits?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
they run.
Samuel L. Jackson doesn't show up, but you should stay for the end.
No, but
credits.
they run some of the scenes side by side.
Side by side, yeah.
And they're like they replicated them precisely. The bad line readings and everything. But I want you to know that if you had seen this movie before,
my appreciation would be so much better.
oh yes,
Yeah.
it really, really would.
See, I don't know if that's worth it.
Yeah, it is.
To sit through 2 hours
It
of
is.
a bad movie just to appreciate this movie that much more.
I just assumed that you'd seen it.
It's a good movie. I enjoyed this movie, The Disaster Artist, which is not
Yeah,
actually told
but-
from. It's not actually Tommy's story. It's about the guy who made the movie with him, and I thought that was an interesting choice because you could have gone to the guy who made it, but you probably wouldn't have got as entertaining.
Well, it's on
a
his
piece.
book. It's based on this guy's. Okay.
But the other guy wrote the book, not the main star
So
Tommy.
the crazy guy Tommy Wiseau
Yeah.
meets up with this kind of average, nice-looking actor, and they become friends. And he's the co-star in the movie, and he's the one that wrote the source material
Right.
for this.
Right. If Tommy had written a book about it, it would have been like The Room. It would have been an incoherent mess. But it needed that outside perspective in order to tell the story in a coherent way that we as the masses could understand it.
Because it would be hard for you to truly appreciate how magnificent. Again, you know what? It's the James Franco thing. You just won't play along with the James Franco thing. You've always got to be
James
freaking
Franco's
obstinate.
fine. He's
No, but you could
fine.
have prepped for this, and
He's
you just
fine.
couldn't do it.
No
Because-
prep whatsoever. I started that from day one.
But you would
I'll
have.
set up Star Wars toys next week. How about that?
You would have really appreciated James Franco's.
I do appreciate it.
Yeah, but not
I
the
knew enough.
same.
I knew enough about it to go in with enough information to go. Okay, and this is what this is about.
I think that he is seriously, and I've said it before. You may mock me if you wish. Again, but I am saying that James Franco is a freaking underappreciated actor.
I would agree with that.
Just way underappreciated.
I agree with that.
You know,
he
from
was the best
27 hours to all kinds of things.
He was the best thing about Spring Breakers. I make fun of the movie, but he was great
It's
in
a
it.
remarkable performance.
He was great in it. I said that when we did the movie,
I
when we
know
did
you-
Spring
you've never
Breakers.
really.
Well, you'd like this movie, this new movie. He puts a gun in his mouth again. You love that.
Huh? What?
James Franco puts the gun in his
It's
mouth
not
again.
about that. And there's a James. let's get down about James Franco. James Franco's in another movie that you'd find gross, but he's spectacular in it. It's called King Cobra, and it's about. Do you know what it's about? It came out last year, and it's sort of.
It's about a cobra who rules over all that he sees.
Oh, you idiot! No, it's
And
not.
he's got this giant hood.
No, it's about the gay porn industry in the 90s.
Yeah, I would have missed that.
Well, but it's about a murder case that happened, and James Franco plays the guy that was the agent of this porn star who committed the.
Well, now I don't have to see it, Louis.
Well,
Great.
but no, you'd know that going.
Ladies and
in.
gentlemen, you get an extra bonus review of King Cobra.
I recommend King Cobra, but it's not for families.
It doesn't sound like it.
Well-
murder in 90s gay porn.
Something for everyone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, watch that after the Christmas
No,
Troll special.
But it's
Nothing.
But it's another really great.
Again, make sure you know what you're getting when you sign up for Netflix or Redbox. The Room, Christmas Troll special, 90s porn mystery.
I'm going to highly recommend seeing The Room and enjoying it for the strange cult masterpiece that it is, because it's the American dream. Some
Staggeringly
guy
bad.
comes to America. Nobody knows where he gets this money. His dream is to make this Hollywood movie. He does
No,
it.
his dream was to be a success, and I guess in a way he's kind of had that.
He
Just-
has.
just not in the way that he thought.
No,
No.
because you see, they show you the premiere.
Yeah.
When they go and actually
Yeah.
finally unspool. Well, because he's a whack job, but
The guy, yeah.
But the
way
DP
they're portraying is an absolute
and
whack
the
job.
assistant director and all the other people that he hires
Are normal people.
are normal people. This is why it's such an interesting bad movie, because it really looks like a real movie.
Yeah,
That's what.
it's. Yeah, I mean, there's red flags going off, but work is work, you know. So
And all of the actors that have been cast in this are doing a...
Oh, everyone is great in it. Yes, James Franco especially. Like apparently he like stayed in character even during the filming of this. You know? Yeah, James Franco's great.
So, but would you recommend this?
Absolutely.
Or you don't think this is sort of a boutique kind of...
No, I think this is.
You think that the average audience goer will go and say, I really like that?
Yes,
I do.
I think so. I think this is a movie that would appeal to the masses.
See, now, I would have said that if you hadn't seen the source material, that it would have been like a joke you don't quite get. So
Well,
I'm surprised.
I'm just saying it like to go back to Ed Wood. You didn't have to see all of Ed Wood's movies in order to appreciate the story that Tim Burton told, the way that Johnny Depp acted it, and the way everyone did it in the movie.
Yeah, but as a mature moviegoer, I had.
Yes. I'm saying if you watch these things and you can say like, oh, that's right. I remember
Is that true?
What?
Is that true? If you had no idea who Ed Wood, would that movie have worked for you? I mean, is that true?
It's an entertaining movie and it tells a story. And to know that it is based on a true story, it may make you appreciate and go back and like, oh, maybe I will watch some of these movies. I did wind up, I had not seen Plan 9 from Outer Space before then, but Riff Tracks was doing it. And now that I'd seen Ed Wood, I said, now I gotta go see it.
Again, Riff Tracks is a good way to catch this the first time.
By the way, we have not accepted any money from Riff Tracks.
Oh, no, and in fact, the
us
new Mystery Science
in
Theater
any way.
thing
Yeah?
is just freaking obnoxious. You know why? They won't shut up and let you... You have to watch the bad movie so that their remarks are funny, but they're just so... oh my God.
Too rapid fire for you?
Oh, they're like comics on too much cocaine at a party. They just won't shut
We're not making any judgments.
up. And no, I'm telling you, the new Mystery Science Theater. And the same thing goes if you go to Riff Tracks when they have like the reunion things.
Yeah, I've been to several of them in the theaters, yeah.
Okay.
To watch the live events.
There's way too many of them. And they've all got their papers and they've all clearly watched the movie a lot of times.
Yeah, that's how they do the work. They watch it several times, write all the jokes.
I know, but I like it when
they
there's
have a script.
2 or 3 people doing it. But when there's 8 people watching the same movie, there's just not a break. They're just all trying to out-witify each other.
Well, the reunion was just that one time thing. Usually it's just the 3 guys up there and they're doing their thing. Sometimes they'll have guest stars come on for the live events. Yeah, I haven't had a problem with it. Yeah.
But the new MST, it's too much.
Too much for you.
They won't shut up for a second. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, you've got to appreciate the bad movies.
You do have to appreciate the bad movies, but I like that they're adding something extra to the bad movies to make them more palatable.
Can you even believe we didn't, speaking of bad movies or not, can you believe we didn't even do a show about Justice League?
No. Actually, I found it entertaining.
It's fine.
It's
It's
fine.
fine.
It should be better though. It looks like it should be better.
It should. But there's
But
one.
You know
what? Though?
It's not Suicide Squad.
There's
It's
one-
not Batman versus Superman. It's somewhat entertaining. There are some questionable things in there. A couple good ideas. But
it does
fine.
do one thing really
It's fine.
good.
What's that?
For the first time in ages, and it does do this one thing really successful. It makes Superman cool. They allow Superman to be the coolest person in the movie. They allow him to be, which is good because, you know,
They hadn't done that yet.
no, he's always such a dork, and here he stayed true to the character, but he was actually like, Superman was actually cool. He was actually like, you were really happy to see him, and when he was, you know,
You've been missing that a while.
well, and because you know that actor as Superman has not been served well because he's great.
Not with the material. No.
He's great as opposed to Ben Affleck, dude. You and I argued about this, I think, because I was really into the Ben Affleck idea. I don't think you were at first.
I wasn't at first. No. But you know, everyone hated the idea of Heath Ledger as the Joker until he blew everyone away.
Okay, but
So,
this
so
last go
that made
around,
me think,
I
like,
don't
I'm
know
gonna
what Ben. What's the deal? He looked like he was hungover the whole time.
Well, I think that's part of the character as well.
Yeah, but the puffiness is not part of the character.
Oh, I don't know. He's getting punched in the face, you know. Maybe he's just puffy from that.
See, you don't have that because you're not attracted to Ben.
No.
You don't. Right. You're not paying attention. It's like
he's a good clean cut dude.
You're
I can
acting like
appreciate
someone
that.
that's been
But,
married to someone a long time. You're just not paying attention. But if you look
well,
closely,
to be fair, I did buy a new dress and Ben didn't even notice it.
okay, well that's because you didn't notice.
Whose fault is that?
Okay, well,
One of us is making the effort.
you're not seeing the pain in his eyes. I saw the pain. I've been in love with Ben for a long time.
I was looking in his eyes and there was nothing. Didn't even notice the dress.
Of the 2 boys in Good Will Hunting, I thought that Ben was the dreamiest.
Really?
Oh.
Not Matt Damon with his hair? Yeah. So do you appreciate his take on Batman? I think
Yes!
I think he makes a fine Batman.
Yeah, no, great. I love the whole thing. I just didn't know. I didn't like this go around for him
For Ben Affleck.
or that character. But see, it's making us talk about it.
So you got a bonus review of Justice League. Justice League. You could do worse. Doesn't get much better than that on this show.
Remember me, Coco. Have you not seen it?
No, I have not. I've been working. I apologize.
Go.
I would love to do that.
and
Everyone says it's amazing, so
you will weep.
we are going to go see it. But
You will weep.
That's what
like
everyone
a
says.
woman fleeting through different sections of menopause in fleet seconds. You will weep. You will feel hot.
I'm so sorry.
You will feel moved. You will feel emotional. You'll feel repelled.
Men can cry.
Yeah, but I'm trying to tell you.
Are you saying I'll
that
cry
you
like
are-
I will cry like someone at
like
the
a
end
little girl.
of It's a Wonderful Life?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's even more ugly face than that.
Ugly face guy.
We're talking about ugly face crying. You will look like Dr. Sardonicus.
I do that at the end of Shakespeare in Love.
Okay, then you'll
Yeah,
do it.
that's,
at this.
that's my ugly cry movie. Yeah,
You-
I'll admit that. I'm
You
admit
will just, and as you're watching this movie, you're gonna say to yourself, there was a lot of reasons not to make this movie,
that. But they did.
but they did, because you could think this is a tough sell. It's about the Mexican holiday, about the day that the dead people come back from the grave.
Yeah, and the interesting thing was the only thing I could say about it without actually saying is that it came out like 3 weeks after the Day of the Dead. Like they couldn't bump that up. Like we're late. Sorry, late to the party.
And everybody had a dog on the Frozen featurette that went in front of it, which was just lovely. It was meant to be a TV show. It's going back. It's going to be a TV show.
Yeah, they've taken it up now.
But you know why it was there?
Because it's a short movie. They had to bulk it up a little bit.
No, it's not a short movie.
No, it's not. I heard it was like 80 minutes.
No.
No, it's longer.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not a short movie.
Okay.
You know why they did it?
To sell it.
To sell it to white bread little girls. Yes, because you're selling this thing about, oh look kids, it's skeletons, it's your dead relatives in a whimsical movie about the Mexican holiday. For the first couple,
But you get a Frozen treat.
which brought
Remember
in the little-
Anna and Elsa?
And now now
what
there's
you're saying?
good word of child mouth. That sounds terrible.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry.
There's good word of child mouth.
Heard it as soon as. There has been good word of mouth that this was to
From
bring...
children
Oh yes.
amongst
Amongst.
les enfants.
Yeah, I used to imagine them just sitting around the water cooler at elementary school. Hey, I don't know if you guys heard.
Well, they do.
But
Don't you remember? You do that. You sit, at school, and you're like, you do.
hey Bob, do you see that new Coco short before?
Well, you're on the playground. You're chilling at the
I
monkey
just
bar.
imagine very mature 7-year-olds just swizzling their little paper cone.
I was
full of water.
discussing film at 7
I'm sure.
with my legs crossed on the monkey bars.
I believe that. That is not an exaggeration whatsoever. Coco, yes.
This is chock full
Justice
of
League,
stuff.
eh.
If you
It's
have
on the
an
positive
inclination,
side.
go. If
It's
you
on
have
the
an
positive
inclination,
side.
you're gonna like it. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to piss on it. I really
No,
don't. I really don't.
No, it's not a bad movie, and it could easily have been a bad movie.
That's right.
Yes.
Because they know how to make a bad movie.
Oh, they
Those
proved
people,
that.
they know how to make a bad
Oh yeah. We know how to make a bad movie. Damn it.
We'll see it so nobody likes it. See? It'll be good for nobody.
Yes.
But
We need a $200 million tax write-off.
are you going to have a nice holiday?
I'm gonna have a wonderful
What are you going to
holiday.
do for your holiday?
I'm gonna spend it right here.
You are?
Yeah.
You're not, you,
We're not going. We're not going anywhere.
you and your
No.
lover? You and your
No.
lover, Christina, aren't going anywhere?
No.
Really?
We've already had our vacation. So yeah. So we're spending Christmas indoors.
I see.
So we're gonna put on a movie and get a little blanket and have a little eggnog and enjoy the
Really?
season. Yes. It's gonna be a
That
nice little
sounds
Christmas.
lovely.
Yes. Yeah, our tree's all decorated now. It's gonna be great. And you? Any
I hate Christmas.
Oh.
No, it's
But now
true.
it's the season of Star
I
Wars.
hate Christmas.
What's wrong with Christmas?
Well, because my entire life, I've
We're a
had,
little off subject here, folks.
I'm
Just
sorry.
Hold
My
on.
entire life, I've had jobs that at Christmas time suck. So,
They stress you out.
so
Well, we in the entertainment business, there's no
right.
no holiday.
I've just got all kinds of reasons. I start hearing the music and I start going, and people start
Aw.
driving erratically,
Aw.
and I just want the whole
Start.
just God. And the
You
older I
live
get-
in Florida.
I
don't
know.
start driving.
You know what?
radically.
I don't need a holiday to be a magical elf. I don't. I can spread.
You are 365 magical.
You know
elf.
what I mean? I don't need no stinking holiday.
Oh, humbug! Oh, poor thing.
You know what? And I do feel bad about that. But I don't have kids.
Well, you don't have to gush over. Like some people make a big deal out of it. You shouldn't hate Christmas. You don't have to go all out though.
Oh, it's
You
freaking
just go
annoying.
Christmas.
Especially now
Aw.
that people slap your hands if you just don't say it the right thing. If you just, how dare you say happy holiday? You know what I mean?
Say whatever you want.
We live in a country. I can't believe it. We live in a country.
Oh, really? Oh, now we're getting political. Now we're
Just
getting
one second.
Commentary,
Just-
commentary on
we,
America.
We live in a country where we select one religion. I'm just gonna say this. We select one religion that everybody gets paid time and a half. We close everything down. All right.
Yeah.
And instead of being like, gee, what a country. I live in a country that stops for my faith one day.
Mm-hmm.
I know people that go, well, you're not saying it right. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I just had to say that.
Well, that's their deal.
Oh,
And
all right.
And poop on them.
Okay. Huh?
And poop on. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Say whatever you want.
Anyway, are you gonna cook?
Oh yeah. Well, I might. Well, I'll help.
Yes. Anyway.
I think we're having chicken cacciatore for Christmas this year. My family.
Really?
My family likes to rotate dinner.
Really?
Yes. It used to be traditional turkey. Now we're getting a little crazy. Yeah. So yeah, for me, for growing up, Christmas was always Thanksgiving too, which I loved. I'm always like, another Thanksgiving, thank you. Now we mix it up a little bit.
I'm gonna make a prime rib. We're gonna gather folks around, and we're gonna watch the two things that we watch every year:
Meat,
the Judy Garland Christmas special from 1960.
not the colorized version. The
There is no colorized version.
yet.
The 1963 Judy Garland special, just weeks after Kennedy was assassinated.
That's what the
And
country needed. Judy Garland and her botching the lines to Mel Torme's movie
and the religious
song
one
right in front of him.
And Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas.
That's a thing.
It's a thing in my house.
You know what? I would love to see James Franco make a movie about Kirk Cameron saving Christmas movie.
That would be hot.
That would be awesome.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays, everyone.
I'm
Merry
Louie.
Christmas. I'm Joni.
And this has been
Talking During the Movie. Next week, Star Wars.
What?
Next week, Star Wars. It's already here.
Are you ready? Do you have your
It's
tickets?
already here. Yes.
Do you have your tickets?
I do.
I think it's going to be good.
I've heard good.
But it's going to, seeing her is going to make me weep.
I think that's part of the point.
Huh?
That's part of the point.
Yeah. And then you're going to think, is that really her? Or is that her digitalized?
No, it's really Daisy Ridley.